It's just an opportunity for just to separate the league season, and I think there's teams from Ireland, Wales, Scotland and England playing, so it's just bringing it towards a few teams and a bit more of nearly kind of like a development competition. We look at it, we're resting a few of our opportunity for a lot of our guys that haven't played a lot of rugby to get a good 80 minutes down, and hopefully tomorrow night you'll see a few of those guys that haven't played that much prove a point, and then on next week as well. So yeah, it's a good cup and it's a good way to get some guys. We've got a big squad this year and it's a good way to get a lot more people playing. Well, Europe, one of the best teams in Europe, so their name speaks for themselves. So then, it's very similar to Leicester Tigers or that side of it. So, that ain't going to be an easy day, and I think, it's going to be a good opportunity for, our guys to perform and see how good they are against one of the better teams in Europe. So, that's still a month away, in January time. So we've got got another month of those, but we've got this week and next week are the 2 cup games, and it's about getting a good couple of wins, and then you've got to finish top in your pool. So that's our goal, to see if we can get up the top and then go through to the quarter, semis, and that from there. Good and bad, to be honest. We haven't played for a couple of weeks, so it just gives the body and the mind a couple of weeks to freshen up and get away those niggle injuries, because it's a long old season. But also, we had a good couple of wins before that, and a good win on the road down at Plymouth. So we wanted to keep momentum going. So we've still been training through. Glenn and Jono and those guys have been hearing, have been organising us, whether we're training in school gyms or whether we're training at the Forest indoor dome, or whether we're finding a little bit of grass out on the pitch where it's pretty rock solid, and they're saying you're all right, you won't get injured. We've been training all over the show, so momentum's been good, and that's the key thing for us. We've been winning a couple of games, and we've got to carry that that attitude and that winning spirit into these games coming up. So it's been a frustrating couple of weeks, but also it freshens the body up. Playing till the 27th, ain't it? And I'm sure a lot of the fans will be having a few withdrawal symptoms as well. They want to see their rugby, they enjoy their rugby, and for us, we love playing here. We've played a couple away, and we need to. The next 2 games are away, so we wouldn't have been at home for kind of probably 5-6 weeks. So massive opportunity for us, and we owe Donny a game, so we need to perform on that front and carry on. It's Christmas time, so hopefully people will come down and they've got a few days off and they'll enjoy the rugby. So we've won a few games, we've lost a few as well. So I think we're building. We're bringing in a few extra players as well. A few players are back from injury, and I think pretty much the last 2 weeks we've had, I think, about 32, 34 training, and that's the most I've ever been involved in Nottingham. And the competition is fierce, and that's what we want. So we've got to build. It's all about peaking at the right time, and I think we haven't peaked yet, and we've still got we haven't played 80 minutes of good rugby yet. So for us, we need to get a bit of momentum going into the second round, and then once we hit that top 8, we need to be flying. So we're looking forward to the next kind of December, January, February time, and then we look into that top 8. So we need to get into that top 8 and enjoy it from there. So boss earning his money out there, scraping the snow off the pitch. It's pretty solid out there, but this is what we need. I think a few of the boys are coming down later as well, a few of the fans as well, to come down and get the pitch ready. I think County got a game on Saturday, and so I think we're just helping each other out. So hopefully, the match against Bristol tomorrow, I think they've got guys down there, and the volunteers also down there moving the snow off the pitch. So hopefully it's a bit warmer weather now, and it can thaw out and we can play some footy.